I really want to welcome everyone to CHPC's 57th annual luncheon. Thank you so much for being here today as we celebrate connections. The connections that we all have between each other, connections that help to make the most vibrant, diverse, and exciting city in the world. This year we have tried to make everyone in this room, all 1,000 of you, feel connected, especially to the work of affordable housing that we all are a part of. So we have organized your seats to represent some of the highlights and issues facing the city. To commemorate the passing of ZQA this year, we have changed the dimensions of 7 tables, which now have 12 people instead of just 10. So a little bit more density. Most of them are occupied by Jeff Levine's family. So let's hear it from tables 3, 6, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 21. Tables of 12. And even here at the Marriott Marquis, we have experienced gentrification this year because we have a record number of sponsors. Thank you, Capital One. Thank you, Douglaston Development and Nixon Peabody, and many other sponsors who have supported the event today. We have 34 platinum and gold table purchasers, which is great for us and a new record. But they have displaced you silver table buyers who now are way further in the back. As a result, we have implemented our own mandatory inclusionary program. So we have our nonprofit board members, Wishfish, right next to the JP Morgan Chase table. So take a look at the proximity of tables 31 and 42. And we're happy to see that since last year, the whole back row was converted from an old industrial use, which is now being rezoned to accommodate the single ticket purchasers. So glad. Without the change in land use, we would have had to put people outside the room. And finally, to celebrate our work in advancing small compact units, this year we have added a table number 0 with just one person. Can you stand up, table 0? Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's already standing. Thanks, Phil. So now that you understand how you're all connected in an affordable housing landscape, we can start your program. I'm going to bring up Geraldine Perrine. I'm Richard Roberts, the chair of the CHPC board. But Geraldine, please come on up.
Hello. So usually I use 2 reams of paper to stand on, but this year I brought my little footstool from home, so I'm a little taller than usual. I'm really excited to welcome you all here today, and we also are just so happy to welcome so many of our friends and colleagues. Many of them will be up on the stage doing different things during the program, but we wanted to say a special hello to Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer, who's right down front. Gail was my council person for years and the best council person ever, and she ran the best constituency office and still does. She's amazing. And also Rick Chandler, the DOB commissioner, is here. We haven't had him here before, so welcome. And our dear friend Shola Olatoye, who's the head of NYCHA. Shola is incredible. She has 3 kids. One is just 1 year old. She's got one of the toughest jobs in government, and she always looks like a movie star. So it's great to have her. We've had an amazing year at CHPC. Our work has been at the center of so many key housing issues, and most importantly, at the forefront of crafting so many innovative solutions. Our Making Room initiative has resulted in new thinking to accommodate changing demographics, particularly single adults. And our ideas came to life with the development of the incredible micro-unit building, Carmel Place in Kips Bay, developed by CHPC board member Nick Lembo and his team from Monadnock. Our report on private activity bonds, pump up the volume. Who knew it would be such a hot topic this year? Has helped to educate people about this critical resource. And it's amazing, when we did the report, there were people who were like, who wants to read a report about volume cap? But evidently, the answer was everybody. Our work, the Building Envelope Conundrum, helped to inspire the changes that have resulted in the zoning for quality and affordability that are now incorporated into the New York City zoning resolution. And our Aspirational Neighborhoods project began with a roundtable discussion in 2014 and has led us to work alongside the administration to help reshape the shelter system and establish the Gateway Housing Initiative, which is now a 5-project pilot that we hope will change the way shelter and housing for the homeless is defined. And our Inside the Rent game, which is a web-based game, has been played over 41,000 times. And it's helped people to understand the basic economics behind the construction of rental housing. A special thanks to Stefan Van Dam, who's here somewhere, and his team worked on this project with us, and also to the Chase Foundation, who supported our efforts. Behind all of this work stands our amazing board of directors, who spend hours of their time sharing ideas, their experience, and their thoughtful questions. People are always amazed to hear that we have a board of 90, but we really are a council, a group of people from a variety of disciplines who come together to think about ways to make the city's future better. They're always available to help us, to generate ideas and practical insights. And we're so grateful to the board members who have generously contributed to our Strategic Impact Fund that guarantees us 3 years of consistent donations so that we can maintain our staffing levels, plan our projects long-term, and I don't have to spend all my time begging for money. Without them, we could not have produced the amount and quality of work that you've come to expect from us. And we're delighted to welcome our newest board members, a mix of new and old friends who have joined us this year. Hercules Argerio, and from Mega Contracting. Where is Hercules? He's somewhere. It's hard for me to see. Richard Barth, Capolino and Company, Kareem Hudson of Genesis Companies, and David Schwartz of Slate Properties. And I think now, and I've said this at a board meeting, I think we're the only organization with board members that are named both Hercules and Pericles, and Perry is also here. So with that, I'll introduce our Deputy Director, Sarah Watson.
Thank you. I'm Sarah. You might recognize my voice as the voice of God each year. My severe English accent coming out of the sidelines, so I'm out of the shadows this year. We just wanted to take a moment. In addition to our board, we'd love to give our thanks to many non-board members that also devote their time, energy, and brains to offering their expert insight to enrich our work. They don't have to help us, but they do, and willingly. They're not just trusted colleagues, but friends who we know we can rely on. They add immeasurably to our projects, from Making Room to our work on basement legalization to Inside the Rent, the development of the web game, and a host of others. We actually have a little special gift for some of those who regularly give their time to really help CHPC's work, and they're not even on our board. So if we call your name, could you get your party horn ready? Literally blow your horn and we'll bring you a very exclusive CHPC baseball cap. Deborah Gans, Gans Studio. Thank you, Deborah, for all your help. Matt Melody, Curtis and Ginsberg Architects, who helped us so much on our building envelope study. Stephanie Marazzi and Stuart Beckerman, Slater and Beckerman. Rick Gropper, Carver Development. James Colgate at Bryan Cave. Oh, good one. Sarah Henry, the Museum of the City of New York. And Donald Albrecht, also the Museum of the City of New York. Amazing partners for us. And John Warren, Workforce Housing Group. There are many, many more of you who help us out. We had 10 baseball caps, so thank you so much.
Thanks, Sarah. There'll be many government folks who participate in the program today, so we won't acknowledge them, but I did want to acknowledge also Gary Rodney from HDC and Marion Zucker from HFA, who are here with us as well. As Geraldine mentioned, CHPC has a very large board, and we really rely on collaborating with those folks, and we are become more than just colleagues because the work is very involved. We just wanted to take a brief pause in our program to share the sad news of a terrible loss experienced to the CHPC family this week. Our long-term board member, Amy Gross, lost her beloved daughter, Renata, 21 years old, scheduled to graduate next month from the University of Chicago, following a car accident this weekend in South Dakota. We ask that we all observe a few moments of silence for Amy and her family. Thank you. We hope that you will keep Amy and her family in your thoughts and prayers and reach out to her in ways that you feel will provide both comfort and solace to her and her family. The family has asked for donations to go to the following organizations. We will have information about these organizations on your way out. Thank you very much.